Hello Collective, this is Chan from Artemis Oracle filming your reading today. Today is September 20th. Wow. We're still in Virgo season. I just did a new moon in Virgo / new moon Libra reading. And wow, okay. So I just want to see what things are coming out today or whenever you happen to watch this video. So it could be just like this weekend energy. Wow. So some of you may have experienced some sort of disappointment, heartbreak, or maybe you're just thinking about something that's happened in the past that was heartbreaking. And maybe now that you're, maybe at a different place, if you've already moved past it, it could be something that's happened in the past. It could be something that now you're having a different perspective about, It's giving you something to reflect on. It may be a time of pause for you, or it has been a time of pause. But it's funny because we have the Ace of Cups in the bottom, which says revive. It's about, like for me, the Ace of Cups is, it's like the start of new love, right? But it could be a reigniting of love within yourself. It's you pouring into yourself, making sure that your emotional needs are being met by yourself. Oh, look at this, and look at this healing. So yeah, some of you may have been healing from something that was very disappointing in some way. But I think now that as you're going through the healing process, there may be a revival, and it could be within yourself where you're feeling better, you're feeling more, your heart is more open, you're more abundant and overflowing with love, because, it's like you're at this point where you're ready to share, you're ready to give to others. And the Three of Cups, you may be celebrating, spending time with friends, going out and having fun. Or you may be having two options when it comes to love, because I see that this cup is standing out, and then you have these two smaller cups on the side. And if you look at the Ace of Cups is it's bigger than these, you see? So it's like, that's why I'm thinking that maybe a choice in love for you. So, oh God, my card fell, excuse me. So the Star. So maybe some of you are manifesting new love. And the fact that I'm saying that, the thought that came into my mind was that, yeah, you could be manifesting a new love. Your wish is to have a new love, but you could possibly be having a revival of new love with someone from the past. And then it could be somebody new that you meet, and then you may have to make a choice. Because you may be at this time where you're coming off as being very confident and beautiful. You may be very magnetic and attractive, even a bit witchy, because we have the black cat energy, something about you that's very alluring, or it's capturing the attention of somebody. Wow, somebody is determined to come towards you. There's a determination coming in. When I see this, it makes me think about the moon with the coyote and the dog, the domesticated and wild side, two sides coming, So there may be somebody that's coming towards you. That I also thought about loyalty right now. Someone who is loyal, who is determined to come forward in some way. Let's see what's underneath that. The Four of Pentacles. It could be somebody who's moving away from this energy of standing still, stagnancy, because we have the Four of Pentacles coming out. And typically, we think of the Four of Pentacles as being in a stable place, right? But it's also not wanting to move, because you feel safe and secure in wherever you are right now. But a dog is coming. So somebody may have been holding back, because typically you always think of somebody in the Four of Pentacles energy as someone who's holding back. They're at the safe place, but they're not willing to take a risk. And sometimes because they're afraid they're going to lose something, But I feel like someone is coming to the decision of maybe taking some action and coming forward and overcoming that, moving past this energy of stagnancy in some way. There may have been some sort of inner conflict, mental, more conflict about what action they should take. Right? Okay, let's see what else comes out. I hope I don't get copyright with the music in the background, I didn't want to not film anything, since I came here, and I'm in a really good mood. I danced. I feel a little on edge, though. I would say that much, but, a little on edge. Okay, let's see what else comes out. What else does the collective need to know about this weekend? Spirit, angels, guides. What messages does the collective need to know on this? That card wanted to flip, but it didn't. I thought it was going to come out. Let's see what the collective needs to know, Spirit. Justice. It's funny because soon we're going to be entering Libra season, and Justice is the Libra card. Integrity. So there may be some sort of balance being restored in a situation. Oh, look at the Hangman is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. There could be somebody could be in their head, maybe taking time out, considering in what ways balance can be restored. Because if you look at the Justice card, the scale is skewed. It's not balanced. So maybe there's going to be some sort of karmic change. And I shuffled the deck and the Hangman is still there. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Oh, Temperance came out. Temperance just flipped. That's crazy. Serenity. So some of you maybe at this place where you're at peace, where you're feeling balanced. Maybe this is about restoring balance within, you know, being in a place where you feel safe, calm, secure, and peace, serene in some way. Okay, we have the yeah, this is so funny. I split the deck and the King of Cups is in the bottom and it says emotionally balanced. So maybe some of you have been feeling emotionally unbalanced, and you're going to be at this point, especially with us soon entering into Libra season, there may be some emotional balance taking place. You know, maybe some of you will be traveling. We got Voyage card with the Three of Wands. So some of you may be thinking about what you're going to be doing moving forward. You may actually be going out and traveling, doing something. Wow, I was just thinking about something. A conversation I had with a friend, and I said that would have been so cool. Because I'm going to be traveling soon. And I think this Three of Swords energy came out again. This is interesting. I'm going to have to edit that part, me getting the card, because I almost got stuck. I almost got stuck in the bench. Okay. So what is this Three of Swords? What is this Three of Swords? Listen, I haven't used this deck in a long time. Since I don't think I probably used it once or twice on my channel in the way beginning, if at all. And this is the Lunar Tarot. Okay, that card fell. Wow, okay. This is crazy. The Ace of Cups came out again. Okay, this energy about, this is crazy. Six of Swords. I think some of you are moving away from some sort of conflict or controversy, and now you're going into calmer waters. But, you know, like, this is so funny. So I think some of you have experienced some sort of disappointment, but you may be moving away from that, you know, because we have this Temperance energy, and then we have the Ace of Cups. This is a revival. So there may be some sort of balance being restored within a relationship. It could be a relationship within yourself or a relationship with somebody else. That is so crazy that card came out. And the Six of Swords at the bottom is talking about moving away from conflict, or moving away from choppy waters and going into calmer waters. Serenity, calm, you know. Transition, it says at the bottom. Yeah, endurance. Maybe in the past you've endured a lot, and it's taught you a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons. It made you wiser, more discerning about certain situations, you know, especially when it comes to happiness and love with the Ten of Cups showing up, and harmony. So maybe in the past there has been a lot of mental and emotional discord, and right now you're at a place where you're both, your mind and your heart are at the same place. They're in harmony with each other, you know, so you're going to be able to make more discerning and smarter choices. The King of Cups is at the bottom with emotionally balanced and the Tower. So some of you may be releasing something. This could have been some karmic thing that you have been dealing with on your own. And now you're getting to the point where you now are able to not let your thoughts get the best of you and kind of get in the way of what actions you take when it comes to emotional relationships, or relationships where emotions are involved. But it could also be with you trusting and trusting your emotions, being able to balance yourself and not allow, you know, those thoughts that you have to cause you to feel some emotional imbalance, cause you to feel insecure, unsafe, feel unsafe in some way. You're making progress. Somebody's making progress, you know, because there may have been a lot of restriction in the past with the Eight of Wands. So it's like you're moving past the restrictions that you probably placed on yourself, some limitations, mental limitations, because remember, swords are about your thoughts, your beliefs, you know. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you may have felt like you were not worthy, that you weren't enough. So this is what you're moving away from. You know, you've possibly, Nine of Swords, may have been feeling anxious, having sleepless nights, being stressed, overwhelmed, you know, possibly focusing on work, maybe being stressed because of work, you know. And you know what I wanted to say? Your commitment is being tested with the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about your spirituality. It's about spirituality. It's about religion. It's about institutions. It's about a higher calling, or having a higher purpose. So maybe your commitment is being tested in some way. Oh my gosh, when I split the deck, and before I combine this, when I split the deck, look, the Wheel of Fortune. I think this is like a karmic cycle that may be completing, that you're moving away from, that's going to allow you to be emotionally balanced. I feel like that's the theme of this reading, you know? Okay. Anything else we can add to this? Yeah, some of you are going to be reflecting on stuff you've experienced in the past, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, stuff that you've experienced, things that you've overcome, even things that really shaped who you are. And results. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Cups. Yeah. See, reminiscence. It says reminiscence. And then we have reflection. No. Contemplation. Contemplation is... So some of you are going to be in your head. You're going to be thinking about the changes you've seen, the changes you've experienced internally, and the progress that you've made. Because the Eight of Swords again together when I shuffled it, but then the Wheel of Fortune, right? So yeah, things are going to be changing for you. And from what I see, it seems like they're going to be changing for the better. It's about overcoming some disappointment, grief, sadness, but trusting and having faith that things will work out with justice, karmic balance being restored in some way. You know, if there has been some sort of conflict or disagreement, that's going to be resolved. Yes, because some of you may be taking the lead and taking certain actions that's going to bring a resolution to a situation where there has been disharmony. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to pause the reading. Okay, so let's get some angel answers cards. All right. When I split the deck, I saw success. The situation will improve. What angel answers does the collective need to know if they resonate with this reading? What angel answer messages does the collective need to know if they resonate with this reading? If you have any questions, think of them right now before I pull the cards come out. And see how these cards resonate, if they provide you any guidance that you need. I love that the sun is coming out right over me, because it says you're ready. So if there's something that you've been holding back on doing because you are in fear of moving forward or taking any actions, this card is indicating that you're ready. Whatever you've been doing or planning, maybe you've been making a lot of progress, making a lot of changes, taking like little steps, but you haven't really taken that big leap. For what they're saying is that all the experience you've gained, all the actions, the planning, the learning, everything that you've done to prepare yourself, it's time for you to really now get started with whatever it is, because you're ready. At the bottom we have peaceful resolution, and I did mention that if there was conflict before, there will be a peaceful resolution, you know. Anything else? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else, Spirit? It's up to you. So if there's something that you're thinking about, it's something you have to decide. You know, whatever it is that you need to decide, it's up to you. You have to make that decision. No one else can make that decision for you. You know, another card want to come out a year from now. So there may be something that you're working on that is something that's gonna take time to build up. But it's gonna require you to be very determined and focused, but also consistent. So it may take up to a year or a year from now for you to see some sort of progress, you know. Oh, another one. Look for a sign. So some of you are unsure about something. There may be some sign or signal. This could be your sign. This may be your signal that whatever it is that you've been kind of holding back from, you know, this may be your sign for whatever it is. I don't know. If you were asking God for a sign, this is a sign. Or if you're looking for a specific sign, like a specific message, see a specific animal or a car or whatever, you know, just be on the lookout for that, because, you know, sometimes we ask for signs, but then sometimes we miss them. So this may be a time for you to be paying attention, you know, paying attention, not being hyper vigilant, but just being aware, you know. Yes. At the bottom of the deck. So I hope this video was helpful in some way. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.